Good evening. I'm going to disappoint you right away and apologize. I read the rules and I cannot have any homophobic jokes. I cannot have any jokes that promote violence against women. So I'm just going to spend the next 4.5 minutes telling you stories about how I shaped tomorrow's most notorious. I'm a teacher. The other day, for what I do, I had to take a restraining class, and so it was awesome because I get to be reminded every couple of years on what I'm supposed to do if a student's stabbing himself with a pencil or punching himself in the face. Everything I'm going to tell you is going to be what really has happened or is what's been said to me. So no profanity that might be offensive is actually originally my own because I'm not a very good cusser. So I'm at this refresher course, and we're awkwardly standing, in front of each other, and we have to act out. And so I get chosen to be the irrational student, and to which I'm excited that I can actually use my students' lines against him. But I get paired up with a former jailer, and so I'm standing here in front of a jailer, and he looks at me and he says, "I need you to sit down." And so I just look at him and say, I did your mom last night. So after a few things, he realizes that I'm not going to budge, and he said, "Okay, well, tell me what you will do." I said, "Well, your mom." The next guy comes up, and he actually works with a deaf student, and so he's sign languaging, and he's telling me I need to turn to a certain page, and I just look at him and I said, "Have you ever been teabagged?" And this is kind of a new word to me, and I don't really talk like this, but he actually said yes. In honor of the Big Lebowski, I can't name any of my students, so I'm going with Walter because the student kind of fits that profile, and the dude, Walter Sobchak. So I have Walter, and he likes animals more than people, and so one day he comes to class and somebody's getting inside his personal bubble, and so he's standing there, or I'm trying to teach, and all of a sudden he screams, "I'm going to disembowel and re-embowel you!" See, I teach. So he was also pretty witty, and so sometimes it was very awkward because I have all kinds of students. I have an IQ of 50, and then I have an IQ that's way beyond me, and but has an emotional handicap or some trouble issues. And so he's standing on the front row, and I'm trying to teach, and he's just standing up, and you need to sit down, and he won't sit down. I said, "Well, what's the deal, Walter?" So I have Asperger's. How do you write a kid up if he says Asperger's? It makes me laugh. A special ed teacher, that's not how you pronounce it. He was also pretty witty. So we're trying to. I'm running out of ideas, and so we're doing a budgeting class on our activity, and he chose his country to be prehistoria, and so I'm kind of razzing him for not having anything for roads and bridges. So, Mr. Corry, why would I need that when everybody's going to run around or fly around on fucking dinosaurs? Yeah, how do you write a kid up that makes you laugh? See, I teach. I also had one of my all-time favorites. His name was the Dude. And so he would come visit me every day, at the beginning of school day and ask for AA batteries. And then I quickly realized that his portable CD player could not possibly use that many AA batteries. I said, "What's the deal here?" And he said, "Mr. Corry, I'm addicted to the taste of alkaline." See, I teach. Yeah. And then a couple days later go by, maybe it's the next year, and he disappears. And so I go out and I find his brother Donnie, and I'm like, "Donnie, where's your brother, man? I missed him today." So, "Mr. Corry, you need to step outside. I have some top secret information." So I walk outside and say, "Well, Mr. Corry, Donnie stuck a safety pin up his wang, and he's in the hospital." I don't know. I didn't grow up where mutilation is accepted. So a couple days later, wide stance Donnie comes back, and the Dude, and he said, "Mr. Corry, I need to step outside and tell you what happens. Painful top secret information." So I stuck a safety pin up my wang, and it got stuck. But the craziest thing is, Never happened any of the other times. I teach. The best part, he was successful at one thing, and this was towards the end of his senior year. He comes running up to me, and before I could even see him, he said, Mr. Corry, my fish swim. And so I had this awkward look on my face. And so, what are you talking about, dude? I didn't know you had any fish. It's Mr. Corry, our kids are going to be best friends. My fish swim. Thanks for being gracious. Have a good evening.